Alright guys, so we're here at the Donnybrook Boxing Gym and we're about to catch up with Samantha Romiti, so follow me.
The number one thing that if you know me, you know that I love boxing. About a year and 7 months ago, I was introduced to boxing. I basically walked into the Grant Brothers Boxing Gym. I looked at Howard Grant, who's a really successful ex-boxer and he's a coach now, and I told him I'm here because I'm going to be a world champion.
What's up, Sam?
What's up, Aisha? How you doing, girl?
You're more energized than me.
Well, yeah. Woo!
Okay, so obviously we're here today to speak about Born to Rise,
Yes.
the Born to Rise show that you participated in,
Like,
2015.
yeah, it's been like 2 years now, no?
Yes, and you were what? My launch event, one of our great speakers.
Yeah.
So how'd you get involved?
With
Born to
boxing
Rise
or Born to Rise? Well, basically, I actually had messaged you because I saw what you were doing, and I kind of congratulated you, and I was just amazed. And then, lucky me, you asked me, and then I'm not even gonna lie. At first, I was like, yeah, sure. And like 2 weeks before, I'm like, what did I just get myself into? But because I respect you so much, I'm like, no, Sam, like you got to do this. Like you can't chicken out. And you know what? Honestly, like you opened doors for me, and it showed me that I actually love doing it as well. I still get super nervous, but it's definitely worth it. It's kind of like boxing. You get like the nerves, but at the end, the adrenaline's like crazy.
Right.
So it's pretty cool.
So basically, can you just explain as to what you did, how you participated in the Born to Rise show?
Well, basically what I did, I was a speaker, and I decided to talk about a bit of the things that I had gone through, like I had lost my father and stuff like that. So I decided to speak about it, which is a big thing because in general, even people that I'm not close to don't even know these things about me. But I specifically went in there because I took it as an opportunity to be able to help people. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna speak about my life. And I still to this day don't think it's so like, wow, but like apparently I got some good feedback. So I realized that talking about things that you have been through can really help others, and that's why I want to talk again as much as I can, and just you really like inspired me to continue on with stuff like this and just helping.
From the show, have you reconnected with anybody?
Actually, here at Donnybrook Gym, we have a few people that were actually at the show, and that's how they found me and decided to come start boxing. And for me, it's not even just the fact that like we reconnected, which is great itself, but the fact that I was able to share my passion and what helps me with them, and seeing them love boxing and getting their families involved. That's honestly, I was not expecting that, so that's pretty cool.
Good, I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
So overall, how would you describe your experience with Born to Rise?
With Born, honestly, I'd say crazy, but in an amazing way. Like in the sense that like emotions were like everywhere, and I don't even know how I could explain it in a few words, but basically like it was just kind of like, first of all, like I had like a bunch of adrenaline. I really stepped out of my comfort zone, which was crazy. I didn't even think that I could do that, and that's actually thanks to boxing, because boxing teaches you to step out of your comfort zone. But in general, I guess I just say crazy, but in the most positive way possible. Like just like unexpected, like, and even like afterwards, I didn't think that like people, it's like sometimes people are at the show and I don't even know, and they'll come up to you and they're like, oh, I heard you speak. And I'm like, me? Like, all right, okay, cool. Like, yeah, that was me, you know? And it's like, it made me proud to, I've always been happy to be who I am, but it made me even more proud because it's like people, like, I realize that people respect me, and it's a really good feeling, like nothing but positive craziness.
So from the show was in 2015, we're in 2017. What has changed for you since then?
A lot has changed actually. When I was at the show, the main thing that I was talking about was actually how boxing has helped me and stuff like that. And I had just fought not too long before that. Since the show, I actually haven't been able to fight because I've been injured. And at first, I'm not even gonna front, like I was super depressed. It's like I won't show it, but like I was grieving because boxing is my life. It's what saved me. It's like I felt like what am I gonna do now, you know? So I was kind of lost, but eventually I will be able to fight again. But like in the meantime, it's just like anything else. It's like you can't just like stop.
Yeah.
So I got into coaching. I got into training people, personal training, regular personal training, and boxing coaching. Most of all, what's most important to me is the boxing coaching. Yeah. So like little did I know, I was able to literally kind of work doing what I love, which is amazing. And I would have never thought that if you told me like, Sam, you're gonna be injured, you're not gonna be able to fight for 2 years, that I would have taken it kind of so well, even though I didn't feel like I was taking it that well, but I really took it as an opportunity. And right now, although I can't fight, I can still train. I'm still training in great shape, and I get to teach people basically like my passion, and I get to give back. I work with kids as well, and to me, it's just like bringing it back to Born to Rise as well. For me, boxing was a savior, so it's like if I can pass that on and help others, to me, that's like my #1 goal.
So you were telling me about a story
behind the scenes
So,
of the
Born to Rise.
show.
All right. So the only reason that like I kind of like succeeded at my speech is because of this girl. What's her name? Michaela. I just call her little M. Okay. So basically, we were kind of like rehearsing. Well, I was supposed to be practicing my speech, but I was shadow boxing because like that's how I deal with nerves. And then I'm kind of sitting there, and like I'm just quiet. I'm trying to be like slick about how nervous I am, and I'm about to have an anxiety attack. And so then there's like this little 10-year-old who's a singer who comes up to me, little M, and she's like, "You look nervous," and I'm like, "What do you mean I look nervous? Like, how could you tell? You know?" She's like, well, you're moving around, like you're nervous. I'm like, well, what should I do? She's like, you should be picturing the ocean. I'm like, the ocean? Like, I ain't trying to go swimming right now. Like, the last thing I want to do is picture the ocean. So then she starts talking to me, and I'm like, and how come you're so calm? She's like, because I do this all the time. And I'm like, excuse me, you know? So she started giving me like, she's like, just relax, just go out there, it's gonna be fun. So in my head, like I was definitely not relaxed, but like I kind of have a lot of pride in life. So I'm like, okay, if this 10-year-old can go out there, sing and like dance and do her thing, like I could go talk, you know? So then sure enough, she performs before me, and right before she goes to perform, I'm like, could you be my best friend? And she's like, no, sorry, I'm like, I already have one. I'm like, what do you mean no? Like, so already I was kind of like shut down. I'm like, okay, so I gotta kill this speech. Maybe I can like get her as a best friend. So she goes, she gives her speech, she kills it. Not her speech, sorry, she sings. She kills it, and I'm there like, oh my God, like she just killed it. So I was like, I think like 4 or 5 like performers after, so I go, and then I kill my speech because I'm like, yo, she killed it, I gotta kill it. And then when I was done, she was actually out there and they were selling like bracelets and stuff. Yeah. She had actually bought me like a heart bracelet, and like she wrote best friends on it. Aww. And like, unfortunately, I haven't been able to fight since then, but I keep it with my fight mouth guard. So my next fight, like I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna picture the ocean. So yeah, so we still talk here and there, but she's a cutie, she helped me a lot.
So can you share with us your favorite quote or any advice you have for any individuals?
For those who, I don't know if you guys were there, but those who were at the speech, I ended it off with basically saying no matter how hard your situation is, you must work harder than your situation. Like nothing's gonna be easy, you gotta work through it. And my mentality is when things suck, if you do nothing about it, they're just still gonna suck. So at least try and kind of get you out of that like hole. And honestly, like 99.9% of the time it's gonna work. You just gotta work harder than the situation. That's it.
You heard it from Miss Samantha Romiti.
Yeah, that's me.
I'm about to try to work hard now, Jesus.
You know, it's gonna be great. Cut! Woo! Good job, champ. You good? So I just wanted to remind you guys that I was born to rise, but most of all, you guys were born to rise. So rise. Woo!